Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Oh, why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes a difference to people.
Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on a possible fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. He called Mayweather one of the greatest boxers ever, reminding everyone how dominant he was in his prime. Rogan explained that many fans forget just how much Floyd achieved against top-level opponents. When comparing him with Crawford, Rogan admitted it would be a very tough matchup. But he pointed out that Mayweather's defense and ring IQ make him almost impossible to beat, even against a fighter as skilled as Crawford.
Oh, yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking. Because Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm going to always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terrence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah,
Yes. He's a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ in that
The
sense
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terrence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Anybody else? Yeah.
There's an OG
Somebody
somewhere.
gotta pioneer it, right?
Figure
Yeah,
out.
yeah, you gotta.
There's
yeah.
an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't out-figure out.
Analysts agree that Floyd Mayweather is a Hall of Fame legend with a career that no one has matched. At the same time, they praise Terence Crawford as today's pound-for-pound best. Both fighters defeated Canelo Alvarez in their own eras, but in very different ways. That's why comparing them is so tough. Each man ruled boxing in his own style, and picking a clear winner between Mayweather and Crawford feels almost impossible since both represent the very peak of the sport.
Crawford is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this four-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion 3 times over. 140 pounds, 147, now 168 pounds, claiming all the belts. You don't see people doing that very often. Going up against a guy who was perceived as being bigger and stronger, Crawford was strong. Crawford was strong enough to fend him off, strong enough to make him respect his own power. He used his jab, he used his distance. He had poise in the ring, he wasn't rattled. He backed up and moved when necessary and kept us different. He exchanged enough to gain respect when necessary. It was a brilliant, brilliant, masterful fight on Terence Crawford's part, and it was definitely a legacy fight, something he had told me. He had been telling me for the last 2 years. He had one time I was at a UFC event, Molly and Cam, at the Sphere.
Bob Arum shared his thoughts on a fantasy fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. He said Crawford would win, even if a fight happened during Floyd's prime. Arum explained that Crawford has a rare mix of skills, adaptability, speed, and ring intelligence. These qualities, he believes, make Crawford one of a kind in today's boxing. Arum added that Crawford's ability to adjust to any opponent would give him the edge, even against a defensive genius like Mayweather.
Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Trainer Greg Hackett explained why Canelo Alvarez himself admitted that Terence Crawford's victory over him is more meaningful than Floyd Mayweather's. Hackett pointed out that when Mayweather fought Canelo, the young Mexican star was still inexperienced and learning at the highest level. But when Crawford beat Canelo, he was already a complete and fully developed champion. That's why Canelo believes Crawford win was more important. It came against a stronger, matured version of himself.
This was a 168-pounder fighting a 147-pounder. He had one fight at 154 last August. Was the undisputed king at 147, beating Errol Spence in July of 2023. Came back the following year. Fought Israel Madrimov at the soccer stadium in Los Angeles, and then did everything he could to get this fight, played his cards the right way, and there he was, standing face to face against Canelo Alvarez, who did seem for the longest time like he didn't want to take this fight, and because there was great risk involved, because not only is Terence Crawford one of the all-time best fighters in the history of the sport, he's smaller than him, so a lot of people will be like, oh, of course you're going to beat the smaller guy, right? But I think Canelo recognized, yeah, he might be smaller, but he's that damn good. Like I said, switch hitter, boxing IQ higher than most, if not anyone in the game.
Commentators Simon Jordan, Adam Smith, and Duke McKenzie discussed the hype before Floyd Mayweather's fight with Canelo Alvarez. At that time, Canelo was undefeated, bigger in size and weight, and many believed Floyd was taking on too much at 36 years old. Analysts thought Canelo's power and youth would finally give Mayweather his first loss. But the fight told a different story. Mayweather used his smart style to shut down Canelo's offense and delivered a boxing masterclass that proved the doubters wrong.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beating Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
Shane Mosley, a former world champion who fought both Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez, shared a rare perspective. Speaking from first-hand experience, Mosley explained how Mayweather's style separated him from Canelo in every way. Floyd's timing, ability to read opponents, and control the ring were unmatched. Even against bigger and stronger fighters, Mayweather uses intelligence and adaptability to shut them down with precision. Mosley admitted that while Canelo is a great fighter with power and skill, he could not match.
Gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you? Keyshawn beat Tank?
Keyshawn beat everybody. Him and Shakur.
How you feel about them not fighting each other? That's cool?
Yeah, that's cool. They don't need to fight each other.
Was there anybody ever...
They can beat up everybody else.
Was there anybody ever like that in boxing with you? Because not really Sean Porter, right?
Oh.
No friends in this business for you.
I think Tim Bradley would have been like that.
Okay.
I think me and Tim Bradley would have been like that. I wouldn't have fought Tim.
If the opportunity presented itself against Floyd, you would have, though, even though you admire him so much and he's so great. But you
Floyd, yeah, because I wasn't as close. Me and Floyd close now, but when Floyd was boxing, I wasn't as close with Floyd like I am now.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Like, since nobody's been able to crack that code.
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore, so that fight ain't gonna happen.
You gotta have 4 arms.
I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
I think you got your answer there.
Nah, I didn't hear nothing. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
Beat your...
Okay, that's a no. That's a no.
Another point of view focused on the generational shift in boxing greatness. Floyd Mayweather is respected as one of the greatest of all time, but many believe Terence Crawford would win if they fought today. The reason is timing. Mayweather already ruled his era, while Crawford is now leading this one. Every great fighter has.
Really good chance. Did you see on Saturday night exactly why you gave him that chance?
I think so. You know, he's very talented. He's a very disciplined fighter also. He's healthy. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, he hasn't fought or he didn't look too good against Madrimov at 154. How can he look good? He's a talented fighter. And that challenge for him pushed him even harder to train harder and to be better. That challenge, went up against Canelo, moving up 2 divisions, hearing that people are saying, oh, he didn't look too good against Madrimov, so how could he look good at 68? Well, that motivated more, man. He trained hard. He did what he had to do. I always said, I wasn't going to put money on it because it's also very dangerous, right? Canelo's a beast, strong. So I never really, I wasn't going to put money on it, but I did give him a chance. He's got talent, man. He's got skills, and what he did was unbelievable, man. We were, there was another show that we do with Boxing Scene, and we had it right before the fight, at 4 o'clock, before the main card started. And they asked me, what's your final prediction? I said, you know what? I'm gonna say it, Crawford by decision. Because I talked to Bomac on Thursday night, there in Vegas, and he seemed very positive, motivated. So that kind of gave me a little, you know what? My final prediction is Crawford by decision, and he pulled it off.
Joe Rogan praised Floyd Mayweather not only for his skills, but also for his discipline outside the ring. He explained how Floyd stayed in top shape despite wealth, fame, and a party lifestyle. Unlike many athletes who lose focus, Floyd stayed consistent and never let his ego ruin his career. Rogan admitted that if Terence Crawford had fought Floyd in his prime, it would have been the ultimate test of Crawford's greatness, proving how high Mayweather set the standard.
Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who wins this fight? I'm going with Terence Crawford, and I don't think that's unpopular or crazy to say. I think most people will agree with me. I understand Floyd Mayweather has a lot of fans out there, but the truth is, as great as Floyd Mayweather is, Terence Crawford is one of one. And I say that because who else has knockout power in both hands, is able to switch stances between orthodox and southpaw so seamlessly while having great footwork? It's not like Terence Crawford is some stationary target or a flat-footed fighter that's going to be chasing Floyd around. Terence Crawford knows how to cut the ring off. He has tremendous ring IQ. And not only is he a great boxer, but he's a great fighter. He'll be able to make it dirty. If he is on the inside with Floyd, that power will carry him far. And I just don't see how Floyd will be able to beat a Terence Crawford. I really don't see it. I understand Floyd's defense is incredible, but he is smaller than Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford would have a significant reach advantage on Floyd Mayweather. I believe Terence Crawford would also be taller than Floyd Mayweather, as well as all the skillful and technical aspects of what I just laid out prior. So I don't understand how anybody could pick Floyd Mayweather to beat Terence Crawford. Styles make fights, and I believe Terence has the style to beat one Floyd Mayweather. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. Join the discussion, subscribe for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.
Trainer Abel Sanchez shared his view on Crawford's place in boxing today. He said Crawford has become a true superstar, not only because of his victories, but also because of the high-level opponents he has defeated and the dominant way he has done it. Sanchez explained that Crawford's global recognition is well-deserved, proving he is one of the best fighters in modern boxing.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Crawford's longtime trainer, said that after Crawford's latest win, there should be no debate about who rules boxing today. He confidently called Crawford the greatest fighter of this era, pointing to his technical skills, dominance in multiple weight classes, and his ability to overcome every challenge. For Bomac, Crawford has already done everything needed to be recognized as a face of this generation.
Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We already know, we knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or the speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything. You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go. And you need to accept it. That's it. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He know how to move and everything.
Robert Oster reacted strongly to Crawford's performance, admitting he would never doubt him again. He explained that Crawford always proves people wrong no matter who he faces. Every time fans or analysts expect him to struggle, he delivers another masterclass. Oster's words echoed the wider boxing community, where Crawford has earned deep respect as a consistent and unstoppable force.
Let's say it with me. Terence Crawford isn't Mayweather. I need you guys to sit here, grab somebody close to you, hold their hand, sit down, say it with me. Terence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather. They're just both black. That's the only similarities they have. They both black. Terence Crawford loves being hit. The guy likes to scrap. He likes to brawl. Terence Crawford isn't even an Alexander Usyk. This guy loves being hit. He gets a thrill out of it. He sticks his tongue at his opponents when he is hit. Look at that. He enjoys that stuff. He tends to fight with low hands at times. He tends to exchange and brawl in the pocket, plant and fire, despite him having really great feet. Sometimes he likes to sit there and fire. If you have Terence Crawford beating Canelo, that's fine. I get you. But don't bring up Floyd Mayweather. No similarities. Floyd was way quicker, way sharper, better defensively, better reflexes, better timing, better IQ, better damn near everything. So say it with me one more time before we go. Terence Crawford, we said it, is not Floyd Mayweather. There we go.
Crawford himself spoke about a fantasy fight with Mayweather. He confidently said that if they fought when Floyd was in his prime, he would win. This shows Crawford